a proper cuppa, exploring the world of tea. Welcome to our channel. Today, we're strapping on our metaphorical Wellingtons, grabbing our magnifying glasses, and diving headfirst into the fascinating world of tea. That's right, folks. We're talking about the beverage that's fueled empires, inspired poets, and quite possibly saved Western civilization from itself. Now I know what you're thinking, tea, isn't that just hot leaf water? Well, yes and no. You see, much like a perfectly engineered suspension bridge or a well-tuned internal combustion engine, there's a lot more to tea than meets the eye, or should I say the palate. Over the next few minutes, we'll be exploring the origins, the science, and yes, even the potential pitfalls of the most popular types of tea on the planet. So buckle up, grab your favorite mug, and let's get brewing. Green tea, the Emerald Elixir, a drink that has captivated the hearts and minds of people across the globe. First up, we're heading east, to the lands of ancient traditions and delicate flavors, China and Japan. These countries have a rich history intertwined with the cultivation and consumption of green tea. That's right, folks, we're talking about green tea, the Emerald Elixir that's been revered for centuries for its purported health benefits. From the rolling hills of Zhejiang to the misty mountains of Shizuoka, green tea has been a staple in daily life. Now, unlike its more oxidized cousins, green tea leaves undergo minimal processing, which helps preserve those vibrant green hues and delicate grassy notes. This minimal processing is key to maintaining the tea's unique flavor and nutritional profile. Think of it like blanching your vegetables, a quick blast of heat to stop those pesky enzymes from turning your beautiful broccoli into a mushy mess. Similarly, green tea leaves are steamed or pan-fired to halt oxidation. Speaking of enzymes, green tea is chock full of these little chemical workhorses, particularly a group called catechins. These compounds are what give green tea its potent health-boosting properties. These catechins, especially one called ECCG, are powerful antioxidants, which in layman's terms means they help neutralize those pesky free radicals that can wreak havoc on our cells. This antioxidant activity is one of the reasons green tea is so highly regarded. And it's not just hype, folks. Studies have linked green tea consumption to a whole host of health benefits, from improved brain function to a reduced risk of heart disease. Regular consumption has even been associated with weight loss and improved metabolic health. Imagine sipping your way to a healthier heart and a sharper mind. Not a bad deal, eh? It's like having a personal health assistant in a cup. But hold your horses, tea enthusiasts. Before you go chugging gallons of green tea, remember that moderation is key. Too much of a good thing can sometimes be, well, too much. You see, green tea also contains caffeine, albeit in lower amounts than your average cup of joe. This means you can enjoy the benefits without the intense jitters that coffee might bring. While a moderate amount of caffeine can give you that much-needed boost, overdoing it can lead to sleep disturbances, anxiety, and even the dreaded caffeine jitters. Balance is essential to reap the benefits without the drawbacks. Nobody wants to be that person bouncing off the walls after one too many cups of tea, right? It's all about finding that sweet spot where you feel energized but not overwhelmed. So, how do you brew the perfect cup of green tea? The process is simple but requires a bit of attention to detail. Well, the key is to avoid scorching those delicate leaves. Pouring boiling water directly can ruin the flavor and health benefits. Aim for water temperature around 170 to 180 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 75 to 80 degrees Celsius for our metric friends. This ensures the leaves release their flavors without becoming bitter. Steep for 2 to 3 minutes depending on your preference, and voila! You've got a perfectly brewed cup of green tea. You've got yourself a cup of liquid sunshine that's both delicious and good for you. It's a small ritual that can bring a moment of peace and wellness to your day. Just remember, folks, everything in moderation, including moderation itself. Enjoy your green tea, but don't forget to balance it with a healthy lifestyle. Black tea, the bold brew. Next up, we're taking a trip to the birthplace of tea itself, China, where the ancient tradition of tea cultivation began thousands of years ago, and then venturing south to the steamy hills of India and Sri Lanka, regions renowned for their rich, aromatic black teas. That's right, folks, we're talking about black tea, the bold brew that's conquered the world one cup at a time, bringing warmth and comfort to millions. Now, unlike its more delicate green cousin, black tea undergoes a process called oxidation, which is a fancy way of saying it's exposed to air, allowing it to develop its unique characteristics. This exposure triggers a series of chemical reactions that transform the leaves, deepening their color and developing those robust, complex flavors we associate with black tea. It's a fascinating transformation that turns simple leaves into a rich, flavorful beverage. Think of it like caramelizing onions. The longer you cook them, the richer and more intense their flavor becomes. Similarly, the oxidation process enhances the depth and complexity of black tea. And just like those caramelized onions, black tea is packed with flavor compounds that tantalize the taste buds and leave you wanting more. Each sip is a journey through layers of taste. But black tea isn't just a treat for your taste buds, folks. It's a sensory experience that can be enjoyed in countless ways, from a simple morning ritual to an elaborate tea ceremony. It's also chock full of health-boosting compounds, including flavonoids, which have been linked to improved heart health and lower cholesterol levels. These powerful antioxidants help protect your body from damage and keep you feeling your best. Imagine sipping your way to a healthier ticker. Not a bad way to start your day, eh? A cup of black tea can be a delightful addition to your daily routine, offering both pleasure and health benefits. But hold your horses, tea enthusiasts. Before you go swapping your morning coffee for a gallon of black tea, remember that moderation is key. Enjoying black tea in reasonable amounts ensures you get the benefits without any downsides. Before you go swapping your morning coffee for a gallon of black tea, remember that moderation is key. While black tea is wonderful, it's important to balance it with other beverages and a healthy diet. You see, black tea also contains caffeine, and while it's generally less than coffee, overdoing it can lead to dehydration, digestive issues, and even interfere with your sleep. So it's best to enjoy it in moderation. Nobody wants to be tossing and turning all night because of their tea habit, right? A good night's sleep is essential, and too much caffeine can disrupt that. So, how do you brew the perfect cup of black tea? It's all about the right temperature and timing. Well, unlike its more delicate green cousin, black tea can handle a bit more heat. This allows the flavors to fully develop and create a rich, satisfying cup. Aim for water temperature around 200 to 212 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 90 to 100 degrees Celsius for our metric friends. This ensures the tea brews properly, without becoming bitter. Steep for 3 to 5 minutes depending on your preference, and voila! You've got yourself a cup of liquid sunshine that's both delicious and good for you. The perfect balance of strength and flavor. You've got yourself a cup of liquid sunshine that's both delicious and good for you. Savor each sip and enjoy the moment. Just remember, folks, everything in moderation, including moderation itself. Enjoy your tea, but don't forget to balance it with other healthy habits. Chapter 3. Oolong Tea, the chameleon of teas. Finally, we're heading back to the east, to the lands of mist-shrouded mountains and ancient tea traditions, China and Taiwan. These regions are not just the birthplaces of tea, but also the heartlands where tea culture has been perfected over centuries. That's right, folks, we're talking about oolong tea, the chameleon of the tea world, known for its incredible diversity and complex flavor profiles. Each sip of oolong can be a new experience, offering a unique taste journey. Now, oolong tea occupies that fascinating middle ground between green and black tea. It's like the bridge that connects the light, grassy notes of green tea with the deep, robust flavors of black tea. It undergoes partial oxidation, which means it's exposed to air for a controlled period, resulting in a spectrum of flavors and aromas that range from light and floral to rich and toasty. This careful process is what gives oolong its distinctive character. Think of it like roasting coffee beans. The longer you roast them, the darker and more intense their flavor becomes. Similarly, the degree of oxidation in oolong tea can vary, creating a wide array of taste experiences. Oolong tea is like the Goldilocks of the tea world, not too green, not too black, but just right. It strikes a perfect balance, making it a favorite for many tea enthusiasts. But oolong tea isn't just a sensory adventure, folks. It's a journey that engages all your senses, from the visual appeal of the leaves to the aromatic bouquet and the delightful taste. It's also packed with health-boosting compounds, including polyphenols, which have been linked to improved metabolism and even enhanced skin health. These antioxidants help combat free radicals, promoting overall well-being. Imagine sipping your way to a faster metabolism and a more radiant complexion. Not a bad deal, eh? It's like having a spa day in a cup. But hold your horses, tea enthusiasts, before you get too carried away. Before you go swapping your morning coffee for a gallon of oolong tea, remember that moderation is key. Balance is essential in enjoying the benefits without overdoing it. You see, oolong tea also contains caffeine, and while it's generally less than coffee, overdoing it can lead to high blood pressure, anxiety, and even interfere with your sleep. It's important to enjoy it in reasonable amounts. Nobody wants to be bouncing off the walls all night because of their tea habit, right? a good night's sleep is just as important as enjoying your favorite cup of tea. So, how do you brew the perfect cup of oolong tea? The process can be as simple or as intricate as you like. Well, because of its diverse nature, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. Different types of oolong may require slightly different brewing techniques to bring out their best flavors. However, a good rule of thumb is to use water temperature around 190 to 200 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 85 to 90 degrees Celsius for our metric friends. This ensures the tea leaves release their full potential. Steep for 3 to 5 minutes depending on your preference and the specific type of oolong tea you're brewing. This allows the flavors to develop fully without becoming too bitter. And voila! You've got yourself a cup of liquid sunshine that's both delicious and good for you. Each sip is a celebration of the rich history and meticulous craftsmanship that goes into every leaf. Just remember folks, everything in moderation, including moderation itself. Enjoy your oolong tea, savor each moment, and let it be a delightful part of your daily routine. And there you have it, a whirlwind tour of the fascinating world of tea. We've explored the origins, the science, and even the potential pitfalls of some of the most popular types of tea on the planet. Remember folks, tea is more than just a beverage. It's a journey for the senses, a source of countless health benefits, and a delicious way to connect with cultures around the world. But as with all good things in life, moderation is key. Enjoy your tea, savor its flavors, and let it nourish your body and soul. But remember, too much of a good thing can sometimes be, well, too much. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of tea, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel for more culinary adventures and share it with your fellow tea enthusiasts. Until next time, happy brewing.